Adam Lowe here with Hashrocket TV, talking to Hampton Catlin at Railsconf about some of the things that he's got coming out and is excited about. Hampton, why don't you tell us a little about what's going on with Haml?
So Haml right now, so it's 6 years old now, I think at this point. It's pretty mature. We're kind of looking for a maintainer for it. It's growing well. There's lots of different versions, and it's gotten PHP. A lot of people .NET are using it. So that's all been really great. The Ruby version, it's been really stable for a long time, and I think Nathan, who's been a long-time contributor on all my projects, he's been holding the torch for this entire time, and I think he's ready to pass it on. So yeah, but I mean, I still use it, and it never breaks for me, so that's all I ever wanted.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of work. I maintain a tiny open source project that no one uses, and it's a lot of work.
It's funny. What project I mostly oversee is Mini Magic, the
Really?
image magic plugin. For some reason, Corey, probably Corey's, like he wasn't taking care of it, and I just thought, Haml and Sass are big and huge and take all this time, and Nathan was doing such a good job. I was like, hey, I'm just going to go maintain a very random, very small library. So there's the only project that I am the #1 maintainer on is the barely used but popular Mini Magic.
Nice.
It can be both at the same time. Yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks. If you're motivated, we are looking for a maintainer for Haml.
And it's definitely also something to kind of work with the language and talk with people. It's not just that's kind of the reference implementation. So it's a pretty big mantle. So it's gonna take a couple of years probably, but we're kind of got the feelers out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you had a big announcement yesterday.
I did. It had been secret for 2 months of internal work at MoveWeb, where I work now, and so it's a native version of Sass that it's a statically linked C++, it's both, library, and basically the idea is you can compile it into anything. So you could build it for iPhone. You could make a little iPhone, it's running on the phone, doesn't need Ruby. We can build it into Ruby, Python. Somebody's working on Node.js right now. I'm working on a Go binding. So Sass is really one of those things where, I kind of only came up with the kind of some of the initial design points of it should be precompiled. I want variables, I want nesting. And Nathan Weisenbaum and Chris Epstein then they took that and now that's 3 years at least. Just non-stop maturing it, really spending time looking at it as a language, and really making it amazing. I mean, sometimes I'll find features that they put in, and I'm like, wow, I would never have thought of that. And so yeah, the joke I like to make is that if it hadn't been for them, then Sass would have ended up like less, which is that there's 800 issues open, and the edge cases aren't really covered. But no, so Sass is at this really awesome point where there's all this demand for better CSS handling, and the W3C is moving too slowly. Mm-hmm. They just are. I mean, it's taking forever. Just to get them to talk about nesting as a proposal was Chris Epstein doing months and months of work, and people in Google trying to push for this and push for it and push for it. But it's designed by committee, so it takes a while. But I think we kind of decided Sass is really the point where it's been incubating in the Ruby community. People have been using it. It's now part of Rails. It's just been growing and getting better. And I think I'm so excited because now it's just ready to embed in anything. I want PHP developers using it. I want mod Sass and Apache. I want Dreamweaver to build it in the next release. There's no reason we built it. It doesn't need anything. You drop it in. It's ready to run. It's super simple, and it's just as powerful as the Ruby version has been. Which without doing it in Ruby, we never would have been able to iterate the way that they've been able to. And also the Rails and Ruby community, just awesome feedback, ideas, usages we never even imagined. Just crazy stuff has come up. There's some really cool experiments. If you search for Sass experiments, people almost use it like a graphics library. You mix that with some of the stuff you can do in CSS, the CSS3 features with whatever drawing stuff and animations, and then you can kind of use Sass as your programming language then and really do some stuff. I don't know, and I think it's only going to get weirder the more people we bring in, and I love that. So yeah, no, Live Sass, MoveWeb's been sponsoring it. We've been working for 2 months in secret. I was really nervous announcing it. I didn't know, coming to a bunch of Ruby people and saying, yeah, we kind of put in C. I don't know, I feel like the crowd could have turned, but really I think people appreciate what that means and what we can do with that. I did attempt to troll the audience though, we were going to do Sass.js, which is what which started in Ruby and then went to JS. But yeah, the kind of idea with libsass was I was like, okay, Les made a great decision going to JavaScript. You can do it in the browser. Node being really hot right now, you can just throw all this stuff in, and that was a great decision. And I was like, how do you do better than that? What's the thing after? Like, how do you, great JavaScript, okay, yeah, that's very popular. What's the next thing? And I was like, that's why I didn't C. Why not? /C++. The Hacker News will not let that one rest. It has a C interface though, so you don't have to worry about the plus part.
That seems to be a cool thing that's been going on in the Rails community in the last couple of years as of late, where it kind of coalesced initially as this Ruby, and it is the thing, and you should all do Ruby, and all other things be damned. And we seem to have gotten to a point where we're taking advantage of a lot more of a heterogeneous ecosystem these days.
I think you have to. I mean, there's no, if you silo completely, then you lose innovation. You lose looking at new ideas, trying to think about problems in a new way. As much as some of the new technologies, some more than others, I like to look at and go, what are they thinking? But we need to see, what are they thinking? What is appealing there? What are we missing? And then, both bring that back home and try to use it in our projects and the way we think about things. I definitely agree, and I think it's exciting.
Cool. Well, I know I saw a tweet a few minutes ago where you found out about a surprising new conference.
Yeah. Sassconf is getting set up for this fall in New York City. It's not officially announced yet, so hopefully this will take a couple days to go out there.
Leaked first on Hashrocket TV.
Yeah. Also,
right after Twitter.
Yeah, and Chris Epstein leaked it a while ago. They're still working on finalizing the details and pricing, and I think where the location stuff. But there's a lot of people. It's going to be in New York City this fall. Those are the two things that are true. And I'm super excited. This has been something I want to do for a while. And after being here and just talking to people, and I don't know. Apparently, somebody tweeted this out first. They were trying to start a meme about giving me a hug. So
yes, I saw this too.
I've been hugged by 6 people. And I'm like, if that many people hug me, how many people will show up to a conference? And I was like, I think more people would show up to a conference. They would just come give me a hug. So, just ask for permission before you hug me. Sassconf, it's going to be really cool. And I'm hoping that libsass will be at that point where, it's not just going to be kind of Ruby-ish people who are kind of on the side or maybe used to do more I'm really hoping we'll meet some people that, and they're like, yeah, I'm a .NET developer and I'm using Sass and it's awesome and it works right into our toolkit. That'd be really cool. I think it's really cool for the whole community too. We can export some of the crazy thinking that's come out of Rails, and it's continuing to come out in a very good way.
Yeah, that'd be killer. Well, Hampton, appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, no problem.
And glad to hear about everything you got going on.
Cheers. Thanks.